feature is one that, honestly, in my opinion, is sometimes underutilized, and that's going to be our Salesforce import tool. So the Salesforce import tool allows you to create a new form very quickly using those Salesforce objects and fields as a template, as well as automatically configuring the Salesforce Submit connector at the same time. So you can really get all of that mapping and everything out of the way using this tool, which is a great time saver for me. And let's see that tool in action. We'll come back to my Salesforce or my phone assembly account right here. And to get to that tool, I'm just going to click on import from Salesforce. And we'll see how fast my Salesforce account connects. Sometimes it's kind of like elevator music as I'm waiting for Salesforce to connect. Might take a minute. And that's that process of just connecting to Salesforce and coming back. And there we go. So let's quickly just create a form where it's using the account and contact information. So I've got the account ID and account name pulling in here. Let's scroll down to the contact. You can see here, this is all of the objects in my Salesforce. I can see all of them along with all of their fields. So I can pull in literally whatever I need from my Salesforce here into the form. So we'll do first name, last name, and then scroll back up to email. And you can see down here, it's created all of those form fields here. I'll go ahead and save. Sometimes it doesn't like me, just save again, and it'll go ahead and get that form created. And as it's waiting, it's creating that Salesforce connector. So everything will be just kind of in one. So here's that new form I just created. The last step before this is ready to go is I do need to go and edit. Oh, it didn't like me. I might have refreshed the screen too soon before it had a chance to create the Salesforce connector. But we'll go back to this one I created earlier, where it did create the Salesforce connector automatically. The last steps you need to do is just come in here and set this. So when that Salesforce connector is created, it's just doing a create for every single step. So you'll need to come in here, and for me, I don't need to create an account record. I know what accounts are doing, so I set this to an update account, set the lookup, and also I did a update contact record instead of a create contact record to avoid any of my Salesforce duplicate errors, and then just set that lookup for the contact. So that's all you really need to do as like the last step for importing the Salesforce tool. It'll create it automatically. What I really love, and sometimes for me takes a lot of time if I have a really long form, is actually these field mappings. So that Salesforce import tool will automatically map all of those fields for you. And you can go to the form and edit that form as you see fit. Instead of like necessarily, you might not need to say first name. You can just be like name or whatever you need. You can do that in the form. Really great tool, and I really love it.